Hello, everyone. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and the nice thing about the pandemic, if there is one, is that I've got a little more time to read, and a little more time to think. And something I was reading a little bit yesterday and into today was an article on Fast Company, which I will link below, written by author and maker and creator Ariela Steinhorn, which I think a great deal of. And in that piece, she pointed out, I think that over a third of U.S. employees are currently working under an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, and that about 40% of the U.S. workforce has at some point in their career had a non-compete agreement, right? And your initial reaction might be, well, that's boring. Who cares? But she makes a really good point, and I think it's something that we've always kind of acted on, but maybe not enough. The point is two-part. One, for employees, for workers to really be powerful, they need to be able to force employers to compete for their talent, right? Each of us has our own set of abilities, talents, skill sets. And if we can't say to employer A, I've been here a while and I just don't think you value me enough, I'm going to go see what B and C are going to pay me, right? If they can't do that because of a non-compete, even if that non-compete is limited in duration, even if that non-compete is only for 6 months or a year, well, how many of us really, frankly, can just go without pay for 6 months or a year? It's a tall order, right? So if U.S. employees can't do that, can't force these employers to compete for their talent, well, they're really not that powerful as employees, are they? I mean, they're basically taking the crumbs. And that's not okay. That's not really the free market. Yeah, for you libertarian folks out there, it's not the free market because you're disenfranchising the people who could take their skill set elsewhere, right? So you can't even argue, well, it's business facing. We're doing what's right for business. No, you're not doing what's right for business. You're doing what's right for a select group of employers that the government is favoring. And they're favoring those employers by harming their employees' ability to walk away and get a better deal elsewhere. That's very important, right? So that's the first part of what I took away from our article. And the second part, which I think is very, very in the moment, is that these NDAs are often, these non-disclosure agreements are often silencing people, right? Obviously, no one thinks that if you work at a corporation, you should be able to just steal their corporate data, right? Their trade secrets, whatever it is. No one's saying that an NDA shouldn't be able to protect a company along those lines. But NDAs should not be able to silence people who are looking to really bring forward accusations of sexual harassment that they've experienced or workplace discrimination, right? These are not stories that we can afford to not hear. They're not. You need these stories out. You need it for racial fairness and equality among all the protected classes, but you also need it for the meritocracy, right? You need to protect the people who have big skill sets and big talent and who are being harmed by some moron above them because of their race, their gender, their religion, their disability. Who knows? Whatever protected class these individuals are a member of, they need to be allowed fair access to the meritocracy. And we've always felt that way. Obviously, that concept is one of the underpinnings of why I work in this field. But what I've failed to do, and this is, I think, pretty key, we've since 2016 offered to say, hey, if you want to have your NDA reviewed, we will do that for free to let you know what you can and cannot, safely say with, it's legal advice. There's always going to be caveats and qualifications, but we want you to know to have free access to legal advice as to what you can potentially safely say and potentially maybe you should steer clear of, right? And we've done that since 2016 because we do believe these stories are important. But, like a jackass, I never really pushed that out into the world. I did it. Our clients knew we did it. Friends of our clients knew we did it. Our friends knew we did it. It's something we've always been doing since 2016. But it's not like I put a big banner up on the website. It's not like I really pushed it out on YouTube and social media. So, as I was reading this article, it occurred to me that most of the population thinks that they need to go pay an attorney to review their NDA. If they just want to share their story, and I've actually spoken to a lot of people who say, I don't even know if I can speak to an attorney about this. I signed an NDA. And we say, oh, of course you can. You can talk to your attorney. That's going to be different. That's a confidential conversation. You can't necessarily be pumping out trade secrets. That's not ideal, but it's also not what you need to talk about to address your story, your situation, what's going on. So this video is a mea culpa. I am sincerely sorry to all of the people who thought that they were being silenced by their NDA and didn't have access to free help to have a conversation. It's what it is. It's a review of an NDA. It's a review of the clauses in question and a conversation. Hey, we think this is probably okay, but I'd steer clear of this. And if you want to tailor a specific statement, we're happy to look at it and give you our thoughts, right? That's all I'm offering. I'm no, avenging angel here, but I think that is meaningful. I think it lets people know, yeah, I could speak to this reporter about this particular thing, or I could speak to an attorney, or I could have an accountant review this specific series of transactions which I think I was harmed in. That's valuable for the individual and society as a whole. So I'm gonna do a better job. I'm gonna do a better job of getting this out there. I hope this helps someone. I hope that we help many someones. And I hope that you're all staying safe. Take care.